Okay guys, we made it. We're here at the Beth Sarim house in San Diego, California. I am so excited. I finally got here. I cannot wait to check this house out. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? I'm in beautiful San Diego, California, and yes, it is beautiful here. Look at this neighborhood, it's gorgeous. I'm going to turn around the camera, but I'm going to show you the whole reason I came here, besides going to Legoland with family, was to get this house on film. This is the Beth Sarim house. We're about to turn the corner and you'll see it now. Now this house right here is where Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, the prophets of old, were expected to come back in 1925 to live in the end of the world, the Jubilee. Rutherford, the president of the JEHOVAH Witness organization, said in the book Millions Now Will Never Die, which I have, it's in the car, the end of the world was going to come, and this is where the prophets of old, Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, would all live, in that house behind me. However, 1925 came and went. The end of the world did not come, which means that this is a failed prophecy. So Rutherford basically got a giant mansion, and not just one, but two. We're going to go to the second one in a minute. But he got this beautiful giant mansion out of the deal. Just basically telling everybody, send me money. We got to get the prophets of old. We got to get them a house so when they come back in San Diego. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I find it very hypocritical that Jehovah's Witness will tell us, oh, you can't practice this, you can't practice that, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's pagan, when we talk about origins of things. However, the origins of the Watchtower Tract Society, this house right here, is a failed prophecy. And what does Deuteronomy 18:20 through 22 say? 19 through 22. If anybody gives just one false prophecy, just one, there's no, oh, I messed up, we need to go back and look at this. No, just one. They say something's going to happen, it doesn't happen, they're a false prophet, right then and there. Knowing that, their whole religion falls apart. However, people still follow it. I find that interesting. But, yeah, that's the house back there. Anyways, I traveled a good distance to get here. I'm super excited that I am here. Now we're going to go check out the Beth Shan house. Alright guys, we made it. The Beth Shan house. Rutherford's second home. Now, we didn't want to get out and walk around because we are in a private area. We're lucky enough to get into this gated community, and we promised that we'd be respectful. So we just drove by, got a quick shot of it, and then went about our way. I actually didn't even know what it was at first until somebody on my YouTube channel commented and told me, hey, don't forget to check this house out. And I was shocked because as much as I know about Jehovah's Witness and their organization and their history, somehow this slipped it. I did not know about this house. So thank you so much for telling me about this, and I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to go and see it. I was even more grateful that I was able to get in. So thank you to the homeowners in the community for that. So here I have the book Millions Now Will Never Die by J.F. Rutherford. And it's in these pages you'll see where Rutherford predicts or prophesizes what's to come, even though it didn't come. It's in the book. Let's look into it. Millions Now Living Will Never Die. Predictions of the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Watchtower Society by J.F. Rutherford. We may expect 1925 to witness the return of these faithful men of Israel from the condition of death, being resurrected and fully restored to perfect humanity and made the visible, legal representatives of the new order of things on earth. The Great Jubilee cycle is due to begin in 1925. At that time, the earthly phase of the kingdom shall be recognized. These can never be a part of the heavenly class. They had no heavenly hopes. But God has in store something good for them. They are to be resurrected as perfect men and constitute the princes or rulers in the earth, according to his promise. Therefore, we may confidently expect that 1925 will mark the return of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the faithful prophets of old, particularly those named by the apostle in Hebrews chapter 11 to the condition of human perfection. His second coming and the establishment of his kingdom has been the hope and desire of Christians for centuries past, in referring to this time. That's important, this time. So they're very specific about the date. Every part of the divine arrangement must be fulfilled. Not one jot or tittle shall pass away unfulfilled, which means it has to be fulfilled. Everything that they're predicting has to happen. Not one thing could be misread here, okay? So they're taking something that Christ said and applying it to them today. Unfortunately for them, they misread this and they failed, proving that they're false prophets indeed. So I'm going to go to jwfacts.com and read the facts about the Jehovah's Witnesses' Beth Sarim house, also known as the House of Princes. On the website it says, despite the failures of 1914 and 1925, Rutherford continued stating that the early resurrection was about to happen. In 1929, he authorized the purchase of Beth Sarim, a house for Abraham and other resurrected princes to live in. It's listed as a historical landmark, number 474, the Beth Sarim House of Princes, in 1929 from the city of San Diego. Now, the Beth Shan house is a second property. And on the website of jwfacts.com, it says, a second property, Beth Shan, was purchased next to Beth Sarim on February 3rd, 1939. The only time Watchtower literature ever mentioned it was in the Consolation 1942, May 27th, page 3. It also says, though the Consolation discusses Beth Sarim in regards to Rutherford's desire to be buried there, the property deed read similar to that of Beth Sarim. It appears that Beth Shan had a threefold purpose: to house the princes, to be a burial place for Rutherford, and to provide protection during Armageddon. Word spread that a bomb shelter was built at Beth Shan. This was adamantly denied in the 1940 Watchtower. End quote. Some unreliable person is responsible for the circulation of a report that Beth Sarim is being enlarged as a place of security and that this is being built by the society. There's absolutely not one word of truth in the report. Those who are interested in the theocracy would better be circulating the kingdom message rather than false imaginations of others. End quote. Watchtower, 1940, June 1st, page 162. And it says, the reliability of the Watchtower report is questionable, as it claimed the rumor was about Beth Sarim, not Beth Shan, hence avoiding answering whether or not Beth Shan contained a bomb shelter. So how do we test a prophet? How do we know if somebody's a real prophet or a false prophet? Well, the Bible warns us about this. God warned us about this because he knew people were going to corrupt the Bible. This happened within the first century. Deuteronomy chapter 18 verses 20 through 22 says, but the prophet who speaks a word presumptuously in my name, a word which I have not commanded him to speak, or which he speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet shall die. And if you say in your heart, how will we recognize the word which the Lord has not spoken? When the prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, and the thing does not happen or come true, that is the thing which the Lord has not spoken. The prophet has spoken it presumptuously. You are not to be afraid of him. Don't follow him. Don't worry about it. He's not a real prophet. You should have no fear. Trust the Lord. And also in Galatians chapter 1, 6 through 7, I am amazed that you are so quickly deserting him, who called you by the grace of Christ, for a different gospel, which is not just another account, but there are some who are disturbing you and want to distort the gospel of Christ. There are people that are distorting the gospel, who are twisting it, adding things, taking things out. Jehovah's Witness is known for this with the New World Translation Bible. And the Galatians says, I'm amazed that all these people, aka Jehovah's Witness, Mormons, and other people who have this other word, this other account of the gospel, leave, desert him, desert Christ, desert our Lord for this different gospel. The Bible spoke about this because it knew it would happen. God knew this was the case. He knew it was going to happen, and he tried to warn us. So many people, millions and millions of people have gone astray. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to contribute and you want to help me build more content and be able to travel and do these things and create the docuseries, I will put my GoFundMe link in the description below. I'm grateful. I appreciate everything you guys do and anything you guys can give. Thank you again. I love you all. God bless.